The year was 1935. The city, Kansas City. The President Hotel stood tall, a monument to a bygone era, cloaked in whispers and secrets. On January 2nd, a man checked in, a lone figure swallowed by the hotel's grandeur, his presence casting an eerie shadow. He was registered as Roland T. Owen, but something about him felt off, as if he were a ghostly character in a fading photograph, indistinct and unreal. He carried himself with an unsettling stillness, his eyes darting around the lobby, never quite meeting anyone's gaze, as if he were hiding from unseen pursuers. He requested a room on a higher floor, away from the street noise, a peculiar request for someone who seemed to want to vanish into the shadows. Room 1046 became his temporary residence, a space that would soon become synonymous with a chilling mystery that continues to baffle and haunt. Days turned into nights, and the staff at the President Hotel noticed peculiar occurrences surrounding their enigmatic guest in room 1046. Owen rarely left his room, a detail corroborated by the lack of meals charged to his account. He seemed to exist solely within the confines of his room, a recluse in the heart of a bustling city. The phone in his room rang constantly, each call answered with hushed whispers, conversations cut short and shrouded in secrecy. When questioned, Owen would only say it was the wrong number, his voice a strained murmur. The few interactions he had with hotel staff were laced with an unnerving politeness that only amplified the feeling that something was deeply amiss. Whispers and shadows seemed to follow Owen wherever he went, as if the very walls of room 1046 held dark secrets of their own. On January 4th, a maid entered room 1046 to clean as part of her daily routine. Little did she know, this day would plunge her into a nightmare unlike any other she had experienced in her years of service at the hotel. Her senses were immediately assaulted by a scene of unimaginable horror. The room was in chaos, furniture violently overturned, and the air felt thick with an ominous presence. It was as if the walls themselves whispered of the unspeakable violence that had erupted within. The metallic scent of blood was suffocating, making it hard to breathe. Lying on the floor, bound and savagely beaten, was Roland T. Owen. He was alive but barely clinging to life, his breath shallow and labored. The sight was almost too much to bear, a living nightmare. His body was a testament to the savage violence inflicted upon him. His eyes, filled with a mixture of pain and terror, met the maid's for a fleeting moment before rolling back into his head. The look in his eyes was haunting, a silent plea for help that would forever be etched in her memory. It was a look that would forever haunt her dreams. The maid's screams ripped through the unsettling quiet of the hotel hallway, echoing off the walls and shattering the eerie silence. Her cries for help were desperate, filled with the raw terror of what she had just witnessed. The illusion of normalcy that had cloaked the horrors unfolding within room 1046 was shattered. The hotel, once a place of comfort and refuge, now felt like a sinister labyrinth, hiding dark secrets within its walls. The maid's discovery would mark the beginning of an investigation that would uncover even more chilling and sinister details about the events that transpired in that room. Section 4. The Puzzle of 1046. The Kansas City Police Department descended upon the President Hotel, their investigation shrouded in a web of perplexing clues and dead ends surrounding the enigmatic Mr. Owen. His true identity remained a maddening mystery, his belongings a cryptic collection offering no clear answers, his past as elusive and intangible as smoke. The only witness, a bellhop, nervously recounted seeing Owen with an unidentified man and woman the night before the attack. The trio seemed to be whispering in hushed, urgent tones, their body language a tapestry of anxiety and concealed fear. The woman, described as strikingly beautiful but with a haunted look in her eyes, became a chilling focal point in the investigation. Who were these shadowy figures? What sinister connection did they have to Roland T. Owen? The questions multiplied, each more unsettling than the last, every clue unearthed only deepening the chilling enigma. Section 5. A Voice from the Shadows. Days after the gruesome discovery, a chilling phone call was placed to the hotel. The staff, already on edge from the recent events, were further unnerved by the call's timing and the voice on the other end. A woman's voice, laced with an unsettling calmness, inquired about Mr. Owen's well-being. Her tone was devoid of any emotion, making the conversation even more eerie. When informed of his death, she displayed no surprise, only a cold acceptance. It was as if she had anticipated the news, or perhaps she already knew. The call was traced to a nearby town, but the woman's identity remained elusive. Despite the best efforts of the authorities, she seemed to vanish without a trace, leaving behind more questions than answers. Even more unsettling, she contacted a local funeral home, arranging and paying for a simple burial for Mr. Owen. The funeral director recalled her as being composed and businesslike, showing no signs of grief or distress. Her actions hinted at a strange intimacy with the victim, yet she remained determined to stay hidden in the shadows. It was as if she was both connected to and detached from Mr. Owen, a paradox that baffled everyone involved. Who was this woman, and what motivated her to care for a man she seemingly didn't want to be associated with? Her mysterious behavior suggested a deeper, more complex relationship than anyone could fathom. The answer, like so much else in this case, was shrouded in mystery. The fog of uncertainty only thickened as more details emerged, each one more perplexing than the last. The woman's identity and her connection to Mr. Owen became one of the most haunting enigmas of the investigation. Section 6. Dead Ends and Whispers. Despite a relentless investigation, the police were unable to pierce the veil of mystery surrounding the attack on Roland T. Owen. Leads turned ice cold. Witnesses whispered conflicting tales, and the scant clues uncovered seemed only to deepen the enigma. The case slipped into the shadows, becoming another unsolved mystery entombed in the dusty archives of the Kansas City Police Department. Yet, the chilling mystery of Room 1046 refused to rest. Over the years, amateur sleuths and true crime enthusiasts have obsessively revisited the case, each weaving their own theories, but none able to definitively unravel the questions that have haunted this case for decades. Was Roland T. Owen the victim of a random act of violence, or was he ensnared by a sinister plot, his fate sealed by secrets he took to the grave? Section 7. The Ghost of 1046. The story of Room 1046 continues to fascinate and terrify, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary places. This room, located in the once luxurious President Hotel, has been the subject of countless investigations, documentaries, and ghost tours. The events that transpired within its walls are shrouded in mystery and have left an indelible mark on the annals of paranormal lore. The President Hotel, once a symbol of elegance and grandeur, is now synonymous with this unsolved mystery, a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Built in the early 20th century, the hotel was a beacon of opulence, attracting guests from all walks of life. However, the events of that fateful night in Room 1046 have overshadowed its storied history, turning it into a macabre landmark. Some say that Room 1046 remains charged with the residual energy of the violence that occurred within its walls. The room has been the epicenter of numerous reports of paranormal activity, with visitors claiming to feel an overwhelming sense of dread upon entering. The air is said to be thick with an unexplainable heaviness, as if the room itself is alive with the memories of its dark past. Whispers of cold spots, strange noises, and fleeting apparitions have been reported by those brave enough to spend the night in the infamous room. Some have described seeing shadowy figures at the foot of the bed, while others have heard disembodied voices whispering in the dead of night. These experiences have only added to the room's eerie reputation, making it a focal point for paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Whether these are simply tales spun to keep the legend alive or genuine paranormal phenomena is a matter of belief. Skeptics argue that the stories are nothing more than the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by the room's dark history. However, those who have experienced the unexplained events firsthand are convinced that there is something otherworldly at play. The debate continues, with each new account adding another layer to the enigma of Room 1046. One thing is certain: the mystery of Room 1046 continues to captivate and haunt the imagination, a chilling testament to the enduring power of the unknown. As long as the room stands, it will remain a symbol of the inexplicable, a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. The legend of Room 1046 is a reminder that some mysteries are never meant to be solved, and that the past can sometimes reach out to touch the present in the most unexpected and spine-tingling ways.